Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I am so stoked to kick off Road to Ranked for the VGC 2018 format. I'm going to be talking for a little bit before I get started with today's episode, so if you want to just watch the first game, check out the timestamp linked in the description below. But of course, I am back with Road to Ranked, which is my series where I climb the online ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Now, this is, I think, the 5th VGC format that I've been doing a battle spot series for, starting in 2014, so 14, 15, 16, 17, and now 18. And I really want this year to be a little bit better than the last 2 years, and I'll go into some detail right now. I'm gonna make a pretty major update video after the semester is over, but basically since I came to college 2 years ago, I've been pretty busy with academics. I'm in a 5-year program trying to get 2 degrees basically in 5 years from 2 different schools, and to get into my second school I need to do well enough in my first school, and so I'm in my last kind of semester of required classes towards that program. And so after this semester, my last semester at college will be a lot more relaxed. I won't be taking nearly as intense courses, and I'll have a lot more spare time. I won't be taking as many courses as well, and so basically there'll be a lot more time on the plate for content creation, and I plan on traveling to more tournaments, commentating at more events, and so you'll see a lot more basically in 2018. And I really want to use that opportunity as a time to grow the channel, since I feel like this channel every once in a while it's able to really capitalize off really good growth, and then it kind of just stagnates, and part of that's on me obviously, and so I want to be able to do a better job with that. So from January to May, I really want to dedicate myself. The next couple of weeks are still going to be really hectic for me as I am finishing up the semester. I've got final projects next week and then final exams the week after, and then I am going to be going to Memphis for regionals there, so if any of you guys are going there, I'll be commentating that. It'll be a live stream, so I'm really excited for that. And then I'm going to be going to Hong Kong for a bit just for a vacation with school friends and to really enjoy winter break for a bit, and then afterwards I'll be back starting the new semester, and then that's when I'll really be able to dedicate myself. But I still want to do this on a daily basis, so if there's enough support, which I obviously assume there will be, I will try to record as much as I can in the free time that I do have in my last couple of weeks here for this semester. So yeah, that's just a quick update for you guys. Basically, you can expect to see me a lot more from January to May of next year, and I'll be doing a full blown update video pretty shortly, so, or after the semester ends, once I get all my grades back. I know I'm good with everything and whatnot. So we are going to get started with today's episode. I'm going to be using a sand team that I had built in game in Sun and Moon. This is the sand team. I think I didn't do too many episodes of Battle Spot Trouble, but the last team I used was a sand team that looked very similar to this. I definitely drew some inspiration from that team for this, and so thank you to the creators of that team. But the reason why I wanted to use this team is because it was one of my favorite teams to use back in 2015. I had a pretty successful season in 2015. Unfortunately, didn't do as well at Worlds as I really wanted to, but I was able to get top 4 at Nationals with a team that was very similar to this, and it's what I'm more comfortable with, and I feel like that will help me acclimate to this new format quicker. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting time. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we're gonna get started with this series. If you guys do enjoy Road to Ranked, especially for the new season, definitely share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. I used to have like a like goal thing, and people sometimes say that's it's a little bit greedy, like, oh, you're just pandering for likes. I can understand the perspective of that, but if you guys could just leave a like so I know exactly how much interest there is, I definitely appreciate that. I don't know, like getting 1,000 likes in the first episode, that'd be cool. But the reason why that honestly helps me and content creators in general is because it shows how many people are really dedicated towards the content. But at the end of the day, I don't really make a big deal out of it. It would just be nice, and it helps me kind of quantify exactly how many people are watching next to views and how many people are really engaged with the series. And so yeah, like I said, I want to do this on a daily basis. If there's enough support, if there's enough love, definitely will do that. And you guys have been great throughout all the years, and so there's no reason why that should really ever change. And I know it's been a little bit shaky, but really trying to just jump back into things now, especially now that I have a completely new format to play with that I'm super excited for, and a new game. So we're gonna jump into things. Finally gonna look for our first opponent of the day. Now talk a little bit about the team before we get started as we look for our first opponent. I did play 2 games just to really jump on the ladder, make sure everything was okay, kind of get a feel of the team in game, because I try to do that actually before every tournament, like make sure I play a couple games in game just to know exactly the feel of the team, know where the moves are, like psychologically. I feel like that helps me out, and just get a feel of it, just because I would say I don't really practice too much on Showdown, so I'd probably say I play more in-game on Battle Spot than on Showdown, but yeah. Anyway, the team has the Tailwind and the Megastone and Salamence. Obviously, Megas are evolved, or Megas are back in the format now, so I've got the Megas on that. And there's the Poison Dragon type. I actually fought it in the last game, and I don't remember how to pronounce it. I was like trying to figure it out. So we've got the new Ultra Beast, which makes this pretty exciting, as well as the Feeny, but you know, surrounded it is like a team that's very resemblant of Chalk, or were the key components of Chalk, which was one of the teams that dominated the World Championships in 2015. I don't expect it to be as dominant this year though. So I've got Mega Salamence, Scarftar, Life Orb Excadrill, Ghost EMZ, Aegislash, the Grass EMZ on Tapu Bulu, and then Citrus Rotom. You know, the same set I used in 2013 and 15. So my opponent's got Kang, Feeny, Landorus, Heatran, Cresselia, and the Poison Dragon Ultra Beast. I forgot the name, so when we jump into game, I will remember it. Let's see how I want to approach this. So what I learned in the last game is that that thing does get Tailwind, which is really bad for me. I like leading T-Tar Excadrill here, definitely with Salamence in the back. Part of me wants Rotom because it matches up so well against Feeny, Heatran, and Landorus, but part of me wants Aegislash because of how well it matches up against the Cresselia. I can also like kind of nuke things with Ghost DMZ. Bulu probably off the bench or on the bench for this one. Rotom's more consistent. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rotom just because it matches up so well against Heatran, Landorus, and Feeny, and my opponent has to at least bring one of the three. So this is going to be interesting. You know, Feeny, something we're pretty familiar with, fighting against Mega Kang again, but obviously the new Ultra Beast, that's gonna be really the key factor here, because I'm still pretty unfamiliar with it. I honestly didn't look at what many of the new Ultra Beasts did because I prefer to learn just through playing the game and, you know, making mistakes and whatnot. As we see Landorus crest from my opponent as a lead. Okay. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. Salamence Rotom, had I led that, would have been a lot nicer, but I did want to lead that against the potential Dragon type. So the Intimidate from my opponent's end is bad. Landorus' Intimidate goes after Sand, so it's not Scarf Landorus. That's also good to confirm. And now, if I were intimidated, I would like Rock Slide and probably Assurance the Landorus, but I am intimidated, so clearly I can't do that. It's just like, what is Cresselia going to do here? I'm really worried about an Ice type attack. This is a QR code team as well, but yeah. I could double switch here. Does double switching really make sense? The goal is to really knock out Landorus. Yeah, I'll double switch for the Intimidate. Yeah. What do I think is more likelihood of getting Ice Beamed or Thunder Waved? Should my opponent have that? I would think Excadrill. So I'll switch into Tyranitar here. It's just if I lose Salamence to like an Ice type attack, like I mean mainly Ice Beam, that's really bad for me. So this is pretty risky. But Rotom at least is a good switch in. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I really wanted Aegislash, but it's like I can't really feel confident about Aegislash unless I knock out Landorus, and to knock out Landorus, Rotom is one of my best answers against it. So I'm shuffling back in, and that will get the Intimidate off against Landorus. It might just U-turn here. It actually switches out. Okay. Into Feeny. I'm okay with this. So what does Cresselia do? Without Aegislash, my answer is not very... Oh, it's Trick Rooms. Okay. That's pretty bad. That's definitely pretty bad. Okay. I mean, I should have expected Trick Room. Yeah, maybe Aegislash would have been correct to bring over, say, Excadrill. I just really worried about the Dragon Poison type, and that's what I took too much into consideration. I keep calling that, I forget its actual name. I'm going to just Protect and Thunderbolt this turn. Basically, my goal in this game is going to be to attack around the Cresselia, because offensively it shouldn't do very much, although it could totally be like a Psychic Z offensive variant. So we could see that. Oh, you just see Icy Wind. Okay. Not Mega Evolving, obviously, to conserve the Intimidate, which is going to be helpful. I'm probably going to switch into Excadrill this next turn. We'll see what Feeny does. It could Calm Mind, which will be annoying. Just Moonblasts. Yeah, okay. Nice. That's ideal. Protect on Salamence was kind of obvious there, but I'm like, screw it, I'll just go for it. And Feeny's actually in range for another Thunderbolt to knock it out, which is good. So, given that it's going for Icy Wind, I'm thinking maybe it doesn't have Ice Beam. I also love how fast the HP bars move now. Although it's misleading, because before it's like, I feel like, maybe it's just me getting it wrong, but it seemed like the faster the HP bar moved, the more damage you'd be doing. So I'm going to Thunderbolt Feeny again here, because knocking that out is pretty good. Cresselia can't really touch Tyranitar, so the goal is to really keep knocking out the slot next to Cresselia. Yeah. I probably do want to conserve Salamence because it is very important against the Landorus. The other thing is, if I knock out Feeny, my opponent's team is actually pretty fast. You know, you've got the... Oh, wow, it switches out, too. Okay. I will definitely take that. I mean, what this means is I knock out Feeny, unless Feeny protects, but if Feeny protects, then I can just switch back in. I either get Moonblasted or Muddy Watered, but my Excadrill does have a lot of HP EVs, so it should survive either. The worst case is an accuracy drop. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh, I'm actually faster with Rotom. Wait, do we speed tie? I'm pretty sure Moonblast went off first last time, yeah. No way, do we actually speed tie? That's crazy. What? Okay, either way, this has been pretty good. Trick Room going up, not so good, but other than the Trick Room going up, so far everything else has played out alright, which is nice. There it is. Naganadel. Is that how you guys gotta tell me how to properly pronounce this. Naganadel? Naganadel? That seems so weird. Naganadel? Nog. Both sound weird to me. Noggin Adel. You know, I actually took Latin in high school for a couple years, but I was very bad at it. You would think that would help with roots and whatnot. Okay. Rotom's gonna be slower than that. I'm worried about an EQ, obviously, from Landorus. Do I want to just sack Salamence? That doesn't even seem too bad right now. Especially if I get the Intimidate. I'm gonna switch into Salamence, get the Intimidate off, and just try to Hydro Pump the Landorus. The awkward question now is how fast is the Naganadel on my opponent's side, because if it is max speed, it's faster than my Scarftar, which is quite a nuisance. The other question is what moveset does it carry? Actually, I kind of wish I Will-O-Wisped the Landorus. Wow, Hydro Pump just knocks it out, jeez. Yeah, I actually made sure to put more offensive investment on my Rotom instead of like the, and we just see a Sludge Bomb come out. Okay, nice. That's really good, because I feel like T-Tar Excadrill should close out this game for me. The other play I was considering was Will-O-Wisping Landorus, because Rotom surely is going to be the fastest Pokemon in their Trick Room, and if I burn the Landorus, then I should be able to just drill run the Naganadel. But I believe that gets access to, like, Heat Wave, and I played against, like, a HP Ground or HP Fire variant in the 2 games that I played off-screen, and so I didn't want to get, like, EQ'd and HP Fired. Okay, so this is good, though. How many turns? This is the last turn of Trick Room, so given that it's the last turn of Trick Room, I'm going to Mega Evolve. Icy Wind won't knock me out, so I'm going to Double Edge the Naganadel. If I knock that out, I mean, obviously I just win. I could Will-O-Wisp, Thunderbolt. I'll just Thunderbolt for consistent damage. Yeah, I'll double up into it. If Cresselia is just Icy Winding me, that would be really good. And if I, like, Cresselia doesn't put on any offensive output, so basically this Ultra Beast is going to have to carry my opponent, but it very likely could. I still don't know its full moveset, so I'm learning, but we've seen Sludge Bomb. Ooh, Helping Hand. I'm okay with that. I mean, it should be slower than me. Even with regardless, like, it probably only knocks out one of my Pokemon. Thunderbolt actually does an okay amount. Oh, wow, it's actually, Salamence is faster than it. What? Huh, I didn't anticipate that. Although I believe you pretty much have to be max speed if you want to outspeed Salamence, right? I don't remember. I thought its base speed was, I could be misremembering. I thought it was 121. Yeah, Double Edge gets the knockout. Regardless, though, it's like that doesn't really matter. I mean, had my opponent Sludge from Salamence, obviously that would have been a little bit scarier. But then I've got T-Tar Excadrill in the back anyway, so I think this game was pretty much wrapped up. I feel like I didn't win this off making good plays. It was more off my opponent just kind of walking into protects or whatnot. But that's kind of what you have to hope for when you are playing against Trick Room. So, yeah, like the Trick Room kind of backfired on my opponent, especially because Rotom ended up speed tying Feeny. You know, I was just able to knock out Feeny. Cresselia doesn't do any damage really, and I actually get to pull up the combination of Hyper Voice and Assurance, which I'm pretty happy about. Unless my opponent forfeits, but Assurance, you know, combos really nicely with Excadrill, and my opponent just forfeits. But it combos really nicely with Excadrill and Mega Salamence because both of those are actually still faster than Tyranitar if Sand is up for Excadrill, and Salamence is just naturally, or Mega Salamence is naturally faster than Tyranitar. So you get the Hyper Voice or the Rock Slide or an Iron Head, get a little bit of chip damage off, and then Assurance like finishes it off. That's really helpful against Pokemon like Cresselia, Aegislash, a really common strategy, or not really common, but we saw that a decent amount on these Sand teams, specifically back in VGC 2015. And yeah, like I said, this team draws a lot of inspiration from what I used and what the original Japanese Sand team in 2015 was like. In the team that I brought to Nationals that year, I had a Moongus, so no Tapu Bulu. I wanted Bulu because having grassy terrain against like Earthquake is always just nice. And then I had Landorus Incarnate form against Excadrill. We're actually going against James Beck. No way. Alright, this should be exciting. James has played in multiple World Championships. He has a YouTube channel, so check it out, link in the description below. We've played a fair amount at locals back in like 2015, so this kind of pays homage to that. But yeah, this should be really fun. James has actually been doing consistent YouTube content for VGC 18. He's definitely a very underrated content creator, so I shall link him in the description below. We've played him online a couple of times throughout the years, I think, but this is still really scary. Especially because he's got Hawlucha. Hawlucha, Lele, Blastoise, Amoonguss, Marowak, and Landorus. Jeez, that's a lot of scary Pokemon. I don't know. I'm thinking Salamence Aegislash. The Hawlucha is what really scares me because it might be Psychic Seed on Burden. Probably is. So I'd want to knock it out. It shouldn't have that great matchup. And like if you do go with the Hawlucha Lele combination, then Aegislash kind of destroys that. So I like that. Who do I want in the back? Mungus is a problem. It's actually a really big problem. Scarftar could still be okay, maybe? I feel like Rotom definitely. Do I not bring Sand here at all? It'd be questionable. I mean, Scarftar just to put on pressure with Rock Slide is always nice. Bulu might actually be better here, though. I'm going to go with Bula. This seems crazy. I'm not bringing Transfer Extra. I have no idea how this is going to go. James definitely has a lot more experience in the format than me so far because he's been playing, I think, since like the first couple days. But this should be exciting. He has a really cool team, so I'm excited for it. But check him out, please. Check his YouTube out. He deserves a lot more viewers and subscribers, especially if he beats me. Alright, there is the Hawlucha and the Lele. Okay. Huh. So there are a lot of questions immediately. So Lele's not scarfed. That's actually really good to confirm. Yeah, and there's the Psychic Seed. Okay. So Hawlucha does get access to Tailwind, I believe, so he's probably going to want a Tailwind here. I mean, I could Tailwind with my own Salamence, because if you're James, you might be worried and say, oh no, like, I don't want the Aegislash just to Shadow Ball my Tapu Lele. So I could Z-move Hawlucha, which maybe knocks out in Tailwind. Just Salamence is so darn important in this matchup that I don't want to give it up. I don't want Tailwind to go up either. I really want to set out my own Tailwind and Z-move Hawlucha. That's what I'm inclined to go for. I'm gonna Mega Evolve Tailwind and gonna go for the Never Ending Nightmare into Hawlucha. Because if I knock that out, then Bulu doesn't have to worry as much either. So if Lele protects here, that's ideal. Because if I'm James, I'm thinking maybe protect Tailwind. The other play I was considering was just protect Salamence, try to knock out the Lele. No protect comes out. Okay. So we match Tailwinds, but this works in his favor more than mine. Because I think his Pokemon are going to be naturally faster. If I can knock out Hawlucha, though, it's not too bad. Yep, there's Moonblast coming out. It's just, I know that my Aegislash is a really good matchup. I don't know whether... It's Life Orb Lele, okay. Yeah, so the other play I was considering was just protecting Salamence, knocking out the Lele, giving James a free switch in. I do have Wide Guard, so then, like, I could Wide Guard. I mean, Blastoise is what I'm worried about, right? Like, it might want to just go spam Water Spouts. So, yeah, I'm not happy losing Salamence at all. Especially because my opponent is a Mungus. But that was a risk I was willing to take. That might backfire on me, though. Especially if James actually does bring a Mungus. Which might explain why he played so aggressively that first turn. Oh, I wonder if that's Eevee to survive that. Otherwise, if not, that's frustrating. Dang. Yeah, that definitely hurts. Okay. I'm hoping it's a Moongus Blastoise in the back, because then Bulu could just knock out Blastoise. Although, I don't know how fast this Blastoise is. Who do I want to bring in here? Probably Rotom. I could just double protect. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring in Rotom and double protect. Yeah, that's an unfortunate survival. That turn did not work out how I wanted it to. Like, it's not the worst, but it's also not ideal. Especially because, like, setting up the Tailwind actually doesn't even really benefit me, because he's still going to be faster regardless. So, yeah, I made that play assuming Lele would want to protect her that turn. Moongus? Yeah. Okay. Lele protects. Now this is interesting because I have Tapu Bulu in the back. I wish I played super aggressive there and just like Thunderbolted shot. Maybe I should have. I just don't. I was worried about Shadow Ball. I was worried about a Shadow Ball from Lele in case it was that, because it could knock out Aegislash with Life Orb, I assume. Okay. So now if I'm my opponent, I'm thinking I'm gonna... Well, you might want to Rage Powder here. So the question is, do you Rage Powder or do you just Spore? I would what? Rage Powder, Psychic, Rotom? So I could like switch into Bulu. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp Amoonguss for the residual, and then switch into Bulu because now I threaten with this, targeting the Lele slot. And... Oh, Lele switches out. Into Hawlucha. Okay. Yeah, I really wanted to knock out the Hawlucha, because now that's just a major nuisance, specifically against my Bulu. I'm really curious if James Eevee to survive that, like, 100% of the time or not. Does Amoonguss Rage Powder here? No. I hit Will-O-Wisp. I feel like you would probably want to Spore here. I wish I Thunderbolted the Lele now to try to get a knockout. Spore into Bulu. Okay, so that's good at least. Actually, the burn doesn't really matter with me setting up grassy terrain. I mean, you could just Rage Powder here. I feel like Hawlucha would, I mean, it gets access to what? Acrobatics? Does that knock me out? I would say probably. Protecting on Bulu is so obvious, though. It really is so obvious. But Bulu is how I win this game. This is why I really want... Nah, maybe I should have just Hyper Voiced instead then. Thunderbolt. Switch back out into Aegislash. The issue is now it's like I'm probably going to get Spored. But if Amoonguss Rage Powders, that gives me a small window. So we'll see if James Rage Powder this turn is Spored. Ah. Okay. Well, that knocks out the issue of Hawlucha. So, that's fine. He just Giga Drains. Okay. Wow, that does a lot. Yeah, with Grassy Terrain, that actually does so much. Whew. So I am Citrused. This is a very interesting game. I think I definitely had the advantage, though, and because of how I played turn 1, I did not capitalize well enough off that. Yeah, just like losing Salamence against an Amoonguss is really bad. So Tailwind's Peter out now. The question really is, who does my opponent have as the last Pokemon? There's the Blastoise coming in. If Blastoise Ice Beam just one-shots Bulu, I'm screwed. What do I want to do here? I would probably... Oh, wait, I'm Encored with Rotom. Yeah, that's bad. I'd probably Ice Beam Rotom and Spore Aegislash. Yeah, I can't let Aegislash get Spored right now. The issue is I just don't have any damage against this Amoonguss after sacking... or after giving up my Salamence turn 1. Yeah, Tailwinding turn 1 was not the play. I just was really expecting Lele to protect and Hawlucha to go for the safe Tailwind. And James played super aggressively and it paid off. Alright, so there's Mega Blastoise. Oh, he just spouts. Yeah, that makes sense. Not that it really matters. Oh, it has Sludge Bomb too. That's really bad news for me. Sludge Bomb is really bad. Although I do have Wide Guard. Yeah, the issue now, I can't knock out Amoonguss. Can Aegislash do this for me though? Okay, now what do I do if I probably just Ice Beam Bulu. Maybe you just Giga Drain Rotom. So should I switch out an Aegislash? I don't want to take a Water Spot though. I think I need to sack Rotom. That was a nice Encore play. Unless Bulu is faster than as well. I don't. Dang, that was a good play. Yeah, I think James has definitely outplayed me this game pretty cleanly. I don't have much speed investment in Bulu, so I didn't really expect it to outspeed. This Amoonguss is just such a problem. Like, I really needed Salamence in this matchup. I really wish I just protected Shadow Ball turn 1 instead of Tailwinding, but I was so sure Lele was going to protect there. Yeah, there's a Sludge Bomb. So I'm not out of it yet. Encore ends. What do you do now if you're James? If I were him, I would Psychic Spore Bulu. Yeah. Well, I need Bulu, I think, if I want to win this game. If I want any chance at winning this game. So I'm going to Hydro and switch into Aegislash. But I think if I'm him, I Psychic and Spore the Bulu slot. I think that's the best play. But at least that way I would get a Hydro Pump off. There's Psychic. Okay, yeah. Spore? Let's see if Hydro connects. Okay. How much does that do? Nah, not enough. There's a Spore, yeah. Maybe I should have tried going for the double, but at least this way, I still have a chance. Lele's gonna faint from another turn of Life Orb and burn. This is a really intense game. I think James has definitely played better than me, but I'm still in it. Yeah, turn 1 was just really bad on my end. I don't regret that play, it's just, I think I should have thought of all the options out before anything else. Okay, well, if Lele chooses to target Rotom down, it just faints. I would win 1v1 against Amoonguss. Oh gosh, I'm running out of time. I hate this timer, man. I'm gonna protect. Maybe I should have Thunderbolted Lele. It might switch out into Bulu. No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, I just try to protect and King Shield there. Ooh. Taunt. Sludge Bomb onto Rotom. I don't know if Lele faints from another turn of burn. You know, the thing is, with this taunt... Okay, I really don't like this timer. You probably Psychic to knock out Rotom. Can Shadow Ball knock out Amoonguss? No way. But if I wake up... Alright, I'll T-Bolt and... You do the same amount, right? Yeah. I'm running out of time. I need to remember that. Oh, actually... that was bad. I should have switched out Aegis. Actually, the Tom might have just guaranteed him to win. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Wake up. Wake up. Oh. Sludge Bomb the Rotom. Okay, so I was hoping that the little bit of Thunderbolt chip damage plus the burn plus the Shadow Ball would knock out Amoonguss, but I didn't wake up, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, this is a crazy game. I like feel like Blastoise should be faster, but if it's not for some reason, then I would actually win. No, I wouldn't win the game. It's not guaranteed yet. Oh gosh, I have 15 seconds. Not like this. If he doesn't have Ice Beam either, or if I survive an Ice Beam, like, there's still a bunch of outs right now for me. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I really need to make my moves. I'm doubling into Amoonguss here. I think if you're him, you protect your Blastoise. Please, 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 please wake up. Oh, I should have Wood Hammer. That would have done more. I don't think I get the knockout even if I wake up. Oh my gosh. I wanted a Horn Leech for the recovery, but it didn't do enough. I don't think I knock him out. No! Oh, why? I should have Wood Hammered. I was running out of time. And I didn't make my moves quickly enough. Oh my gosh. I don't know who was faster, but I might have thrown that one, honestly. And that was because I spent way too much time, so I didn't get time to really think my moves through at the end. What a game. You know, James actually probably could have won, just off me running out of time here. This was a good lesson for me to play with a timer. I'm pretty happy about how I played the late game, to be honest. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I should have wood hammered though. I think if I don't know how fast the Blastoise is, so that's what I have to check with James after the game. If I was faster, then I actually would have just won the game. Although I could have potentially lost off timer if I didn't get my moves in quickly enough. But this was a good lesson for me in terms of timing. I literally just clicked buttons because I was like, oh, I'm running out of time, So I really need to... the 5 minutes thing, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of, in the sense that as a content creator, I like to spend as much time as possible talking about my moves and decisions, but clearly, you know, that works against me sometimes. But that was a really good game. Very well played to James. I feel like he did play better than me throughout the game, and I wish, I want to find out. I'm going to ask him because I'm really curious, because I think that might have actually been a game that I could have won if my Bulu was faster. Actually, the turn that we all healed, what did it indicate who was faster? I don't remember from grassy terrain. So I could actually probably double check that. But I should have wood hammered. Yeah, that was pretty simple, clear cut. I just thought that like Hornleech plus Shadow Ball would knock out. Plus I wasn't really thinking too much. I was just jamming my buttons as quickly as possible. That is such a shame, man. That is such a shame, but that was a really fun game. So well played to James. You know, can't ask for a better game against a really good competitor like that. And I think I definitely made some key mistakes, so it's always good to reflect on those. And I think he played really well. There was really no RNG there. I mean, a couple sleep turns here and there, but I think they actually might have benefited me more than it hurt me because I was taunted. I woke up the turn I needed to. I just missed out on the amount of damage. I really thought I would get the knockout, but Amoonguss does resist grass type attacks pretty well. So very, very fun episode for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go check out James's channel, linked in the description below. And what a way to kick off the first episode for Road to Rank 2018. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Leave a like if you did, and I'll catch you guys next time. I do want to say that I feel really bad. That was a game that I don't know, like hindsight's 2020, right? So the idea behind Hornleeching there, not that I even have much time to decide, but the idea behind Hornleeching is I thought Hornleech plus Shadow Ball knocks out. If it knocks out, then I can probably take an Ice Beam from the Blastoise, even if it's faster than me. Whereas, you know, Wood Hammer, I get the knockout, but I take a little bit more recoil. I don't know who is faster. I also don't know how much Ice Beam does to Bulu. That's me not being very familiar with the new format, but very good game to James, and that was a fun one. Nearly timed out there as well. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in there. It was a loss, but no shame losing to someone as good as James. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.